Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Andrea Patrick, the Bee Boss, and I'm excited to be with you today. We are going to be talking about how to eat an elephant using your personal branding or your personal story. So listen, we are the sum of our experiences, our influence, our passions, and our perspective. And that sum makes us as unique as a snowflake. We are as unique as a fingerprint. And we have to understand that in order to eat the elephant. And so today on the video, I want to share with you my steps that are going to make it so much easier for you to tackle your elephant and eat it one bite at a time. I promise you, this technique, these steps are going to work for you. I bring up being unique as a snowflake because I recognize how hard it is sometimes to take the first step to do that big thing that you've always wanted to do, or that you've been planning to do, or maybe you're right smack dab in the middle of it. But it's very difficult to finish it or to feel like you are even worthy of doing it if you are not clear about how unique you are. It's easy to avoid circumstances and situations and the big elephant because you're struggling with how to approach it in the first place. And I feel like in understanding that you are as unique as a snowflake or a fingerprint, it makes it easier. It gives you more confidence to approach whatever the elephant is in the first place. Now, one of the biggest reasons that people don't achieve their goals or bite the elephant, if you will, is because of a lack of commitment. In doing research for this video, that's one of the things that I realized is that people lack commitment. But why? Why do people lack commitment? And we're going to tackle that in this video, because I think that people are afraid to commit because they fear missing out, right? So can you believe that? Like, the fear of missing out is real. FOMO is real. And that only happens when you're not confident in your lane in the first place. And so we're going to eat this elephant one bite at a time using the 3 steps that I have that I'm going to share with you, because I don't want you to have FOMO. I don't want you to feel like you're missing out on something. I want you to feel like you are providing something, that you are the one who has the thing to share, and you don't want people to miss out on that. The truth is, humans crave community. We as humans want to feel like we are a part of something. And so in doing that, sometimes the FOMO comes up because we see what everybody else is doing in a specific community. We feel like if we don't participate in what they're doing, we're missing out. But I don't want you to feel that way. As a human and as someone who wants to be in community, be the person that shares information, the person who serves, not the person who's trying to gobble up as much as they can and trying to fit in. Be the one that people want to follow, right? So instead of having a fear of missing out, you want to have a fear of not being able to share your value and your amazingness. Again, that's why it's so important for you to realize that you are so unique. You are the sum of your influence, experience, perspective, and passion. And in knowing that, it's going to give you confidence, and it's going to help you to stand out in your community, not fall back in the background and not be noticed. Okay, so let's eat this elephant. And the first bite is to do the footwork. What does this mean? It means don't approach an elephant without knowing what your superpower is, without knowing how to use your superpower, where to apply it in the process of eating this elephant. Otherwise, you'll find yourself stressed out, overwhelmed, and frustrated because the elephant is either the wrong elephant, it's too big of an elephant, it's going to be too many bites in terms of how much time you actually have to eat the elephant. You know, all the things happen because there's so many unknowns. No. Learn, understand what you need to do and be your best. Do the footwork so that when you approach the elephant, you know exactly which angle you need to take your first bite from. You know how many bites potentially it's going to take you to get the whole elephant eaten, all of the things. But the first step is to do the footwork. That's your first bite. Now, I love that we are approaching our goals with smart intentions, right? We talked about being specific, measurable, make sure it's actionable, make sure it's relevant to what you're trying to do, and make sure it's timed. But I also want you to consider a new approach, and that is the stamp approach. And I'm going to go through that as we talk about the bites. Now, in this first bite, when you are doing the footwork, and being introspective and understanding what it is you need to do and be your best as you approach the elephant, knowing how many bites you might have to take in order to eat the entire elephant. This is being very specific. You are going to be very specific, and you're going to make sure that what you want out of this elephant is actionable, that you can actually do it based on your strengths. Make sure you're operating in your wheelhouse. You're operating from a position of strength. So here with the stamp method, you're being specific and you're being actionable when you do the footwork and understand what you need to do and be your best. All right, is to determine your path. Now here, you want to make sure that whatever the bite is that you're taking, it's going to benefit you. You're going to grow from it. It's going to make you better. You're already unique, but how can you enhance that? How can eating this elephant make you better? So you want to determine your path. Is this going to lead to something that is going to grow you up? It's going to benefit you in some way. You have to think about that as you approach this elephant. Is it the right elephant in the first place? Does this elephant lead you? Does eating this elephant lead you to doing better, being better, evolving? Remember, we're constantly evolving and being open to the failure so that we can fail forward. We've talked about that over on my podcast, the CEO Mindset Podcast. The same rule applies here. As you approach your elephant in the first place, you want to make sure that you're approaching it from the right position. Is the path you're taking to eat this elephant the right path for you? I'm outside and I'm sweating because it's 130,000 degrees outside. But I digress. Let's get back. Okay, so are you going to make a difference in your life? First and foremost, is eating this elephant, the way you're eating the elephant, going to help you evolve? So is it transformative? That's the thing. So when we go back to the stamp method, the T in stamp is transformative. Is the way you approach this elephant going to help you evolve and be better? You already know what you need to do and be your best, but we're humans and we're always growing. The path to success is a journey. It's not a destination. So every move we make as we approach our elephants should help us grow. It should help to transform us in some way. So that's the T in the stamp method. Also, it's measurable. You know that you are going from being here to being here. And you want to measure that process because ultimately, there are going to be times when you have to repeat this process on another elephant, on another big, huge thing in your life. How can you apply what you learned from this elephant to the next elephant? So you want to measure your success, measure your transformation. And that is the M in the stamp method. Now, so far, we've talked about being specific, being transformative, being actionable, and having a measurable process as we eat our elephant. And that's just in the first 2 bites, guys. We've done the footwork and we've determined our path in just the first 2 steps. Now, before I go any further, I want to let you know about my Project CEO program. Listen, as it relates to being transformative, knowing what it is you need to do and be your best, I think that we need to know who we are in that, like being the leader of us first. We can't lead other people until we know how to lead ourselves, right? Right. So Project CEO is a project of becoming your own personal chief executive officer, where you're making the best decisions for you and your life, and you're finding harmony in your life so that you can take that leadership, your personal leadership, and apply it to any and every aspect of your life, whether you are growing a business, whether you are climbing the corporate ladder, or whether you are building a family and you are leading in the community. Being the CEO of you is the first step to being the CEO and leading in other places. And so because of that, I really am passionate about teaching people how to become their own personal chief executive officer. And that's what Project CEO is all about. So I would love for you to join the wait list. We're going to be opening up the doors very soon, but those who are on the wait list to start are going to be the ones to get the amazing benefits, the bonuses, the discounts, and all of the things. So make sure if you're enjoying the information that I'm sharing with you on how to eat your elephant one bite at a time, then go ahead and use the link that I'm going to provide for you in the description box below and get on the wait list. I'm so excited to get this process started. But let's go ahead and move back to the bites of this elephant. Let's get finished eating this elephant, because I'm sharing with you just small snippets of my BU method that is going to help you eat any elephant of any size, no matter what its purpose is. So let's get back to this final bite. Now, the final bite, because when it comes to eating your elephant, it's important to tap into your purpose. That brings me to the final bite, and that is to drive with purpose. Now, not only is this my final bite, but it's also the final step in the STAMP method, and that is be purpose driven. Are you eating this elephant for any specific reason? You always start with the end in mind. What is your reason? Be purpose driven. Have a reason, have a method to your madness, and in understanding what you need to do and be your best, understanding the best way to approach your elephant and doing the footwork and then determining your path. You also need to think about what the end goal is, and you need to be purpose driven in achieving that goal. Guys, it's hot out here. I'm trying to get this video done without sweating so badly, but it is not working. So I'm going to end the video here. But if you find yourself in a Goliath situation, a Goliath elephant situation, and you need to eat that elephant, just do it one bite at a time. Do not try to do it all at one time, because that's where your stress, overwhelm, and frustration happen. So be introspective, do the footwork, know what you need to do and be your best, and put that best foot forward. Then determine your path. Make sure that what you're doing is what you need to be doing to grow and be better and evolve. Because as humans, being in community and wanting to be leaders, we need to grow and evolve so that we can teach people and serve people in the capacity that we're showing up for. And then lastly, think about what your end game is. Drive with purpose. Be purpose driven. Make sure that what you're doing is for the greater good of how you want to show up and serve people in your community. All right, that does it. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget, get on the wait list for Project CEO. It is going to change your life. It already has changed so many lives, and including my own. I'm teaching from a place of experience, so I know how amazing my BU method is and that it truly does work. So I'm going to leave it here. I'm going to leave it up to you, because I know you're going to make the best decision. Go ahead, get on the wait list, and I look forward to seeing you inside Project CEO. And leave a comment below. Tell me what you thought. Do you have any other steps for eating an elephant aside from the 3 that I just gave you? Leave it in the comment below. I want to hear your experience from eating your elephant. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one. Bye.